are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Females made you just to trick me, trick me, trick me, trick me. 'Cause baby girl, you are so easily pretty. The only reason that I can do tonight is 'cause I know you were invited. The only reason that this dress is skin tight is 'cause I thought that you would like it. I'm only gone for this.
On this episode of Jessica Javens Talk, we have a guest that went through a lot of different challenges in life. And I thought it was very interesting to see how great they were, but how he actually was able to come out of that situation and today have a more peaceful and enjoy the life and actually the way that he wants it to be. And I'm going to ask him also the whys of all of these questions. So you want to make sure that you hang out here on this episode right now, because there might be something there that you resonate, or people that you know that may resonate. And it's very important that we inspire each other with the right connection, so you are able also to make better choices for you and your loved ones. Welcome, Darrell Brown. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. You're here in Indianapolis, correct?
Yes, I've been here since '97.
97, that's right. Because you were actually not born here.
No,
Okay, so tell us a little bit about you and where you came
I'm
from.
from Chi-Town, home of the Chicago Cubs.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about how your life started. So how was it in the beginning?
In the beginning, God created my mom and dad. Why? I have no clue. But I was born in '64. My mother's Irish. My father is of African American descent.
Mhm.
And it was a tumultuous, I guess, marriage that they had. It's like not between them, just between just trying to live in that society in that time, especially in Chicago.
So tell me a little bit how that looked like for you.
I don't remember. He left when I was 4.
I see.
So, I mean, I remember one time that he had to pull out a knife on this guy because we were walking down the street, and I guess he didn't like the fact that he was walking with a Caucasian woman.
Oh, I see.
So I remember that when I was little, but that's about it.
Okay. And what was the story behind him leaving?
I asked my mom, but she really won't tell me why. And he passed away in 2007. I really didn't know him
I see.
that much.
And you were telling me about your mom's challenges now. So how was that like?
Of course, being someone that's considered, I would say, see, I don't like things that people call each other and how they categorize
I agree.
certain people because we're all human.
Yep.
But her family disowned her.
Oh, wow.
And when my dad left her, she was a white woman with 2 black kids on her own, and she didn't get help from her own people.
That's rough.
Actually, she got most of her help from black people.
I
That
believe
came
it.
and made sure that she was okay.
Wow.
Trying to live like that and take care of us, I guess. We wound up in a foster home. I guess I don't really know what happened, but we got taken away.
Do you
She was
know how?
trying to work.
I see. How old were you when you went to
I
foster
was
care?
6.
Wow. That's very
I
young.
was 4, yeah.
Do you remember how you felt?
I felt bad when you get taken away from your mom.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
can't imagine.
That's kind of rough.
How long did that last?
We were in that foster home for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
State of Illinois
7 years.
would not give her back to us
Oh,
till she
my goodness.
found a husband.
You were 13.
Yeah.
Wow. So by that time, she had a new husband. Is that correct?
Yeah, he made sure that she had somebody to help her. I guess the state of Illinois wanted her to have stability for
Mm-hmm.
us.
Mm-hmm. Were you in the same foster home for those 7 years? Okay. Do you have a connection with that family today?
No, they were the epitome of evil.
Oh no. So you
The
left.
wrong way to treat children.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it was a rough upbringing.
So that's a solution, but it's not a solution, right? That the government has. Oh my gosh. So your mom was probably having a hard time just supporting and taking care of y'all. So I don't know. Maybe they took you because you were by yourself a long time, right? So you guys were alone, and you have a sibling.
Well, I think she had a boyfriend, and my brother would come home late,
Mm-hmm.
or be out
Mm-hmm.
while she was at work. So
You were alone.
he would get a whooping.
Yeah.
So he showed the teacher.
Oh, I see. Abuse.
Yeah, and I don't think he was abused.
Yeah.
He just got whoopings, and they
Yeah.
said nope.
Wow.
So that's what happened.
Oh my gosh, 7 years is a very long time for. So, did you carry anything of what you went through with your foster care family later in life? Like, what was it like? Because I can't even imagine being 7 years. Every person that I've known that been in foster care was for like temporary, and the temporary was actually 7 years. It's almost like permanent. It seems like.
Well, it's you carry a lot of things, especially when you're abused in a foster home.
Oh.
So you deal with that, and you come up however you can.
Did you have somebody from the state coming and checking in on you?
Once a year.
Once a year?
Yeah.
Did you tell them the truth?
Oh no, she said if we ever told
Oh.
what happened to us, that we would never see our mother again in our lives. That's how she kept us from talking.
That is just terrible, Darrell. Oh my God. How many kids were you sharing that home with?
Just me and my brother.
The two of you.
Yeah.
How far apart in age are you and your brother?
2 years.
2 years. So you're
About a year
close.
and 8 months, something like that.
Very close. Wow. That is terrible. So were
It's
you
life.
yeah, did you think about running away, or did you ever
No.
how'd
so
you
I wouldn't
cope?
be able to see my mom again.
Yeah.
We had no clue. One to run away. No, we would never see our mom again. When you wake up every day, you think you're gonna see your mom. You're gonna go back. It just took 7 years of waking up thinking we were gonna see our mom, and finally we got her back. She got us back, but we wound up in Gary, murder capital of the United States, and what a life.
So how was it? Like you were going to school, probably a local school at that time.
Yes.
You changed school probably to live with this family.
When I don't, when we wound up going to an elementary school in their neighborhood.
That's right. You were 6. You were probably just in kindergarten,
Yeah.
maybe, or something. So I see. You had to change. How was it in school?
At first, it was rough. I used to get beat up as a white boy.
Oh, because the majority of the people there were 100% black. Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
Right.
And you're like colored. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, the first year was rough.
So you're the minority in this school,
Yeah.
right?
But after that, it kind of worked out.
Wow.
After I had to learn how to fight. But
Did your brother go through that too?
I don't think he went through it as much as I did
Mm-hmm.
because he was in a lower grade.
Uh-huh.
I was in the like 4th grade,
I see.
3rd, 4th grade. He was in kindergarten.
And did you think about telling any of your teachers about what was happening at home?
Heck, you know.
No? Wow, you were really,
Because
yeah,
I wanted to
scared.
see my mom.
Yeah, yeah.
I couldn't
You
see my
didn't want to
mom
put
if I
anything.
brought up anything.
Wow,
Just go through it.
wow.
Deal with it.
So now I want to know, when you and your brother finally came home to your mom, how was that like?
Oh, it was fantastic. And had a racing car set
Uh-huh.
on the in the living room, and he had a
Oh.
train set in the living room. And it was,
She gave you gifts and
oh yeah, but I think she was a little bit too um, not lenient. She was too lenient because she didn't want to.
she wanted to compensate.
Right, for all those years.
Of course.
So I wound up hanging out in the streets
Uh-huh.
at 12, 13 years old.
That's a dangerous age.
Yeah.
You're
And
going through puberty
it was
and
like letting the animal out of a cage.
oh, I see.
And then in Gary, in those times, with what was going on,
Uh-huh.
I got to see a different part of life.
Wow. Paint me a picture a little bit about what that looked like at this phase of your life. Then you were
Skipping
happy?
school.
Oh.
A little wine, a little smoke at a young age.
Were you
Like-
hanging out with the same kids you were when you were at the foster care or no?
No, it's a different city.
Okay,
No,
so
about
you were
Gary,
just getting
Indiana.
to know the people in that city now that were hanging out in the street, the kids in the neighborhood.
So when I went, one thing I can say about my foster parents,
Uh-huh.
I can't. There's two sides of a coin.
Yeah.
We had to study at all times. We didn't have friends. We couldn't have friends. We couldn't go out and play
Oh, wow.
with other children. So we had to have our books at all times. So
Mhm.
in those years, I became book smart. So when I left Illinois to come to Indiana,
Uh-huh.
I was in the 7th grade, and we had to take a test.
Uh-huh.
That's just so they could see what grade, what
Mhm.
classes they were going to
Sure.
put us in and whatnot. So I'm sitting in the dean's office, and these people, to me, these people are walking by,
Uh-huh.
staring at me,
Uh-huh.
sitting in the dean's office. So when he came back, I said, "Why are these people staring at me?" He said, "Calm down, son. It's okay. They want to see who you are, because you're the first student that ever came to the school from another state and scored 100% on the test.
Wow.
So they put me in all top classes. I was in high school classes in the 7th grade, but all that went to poof.
Hot. In a
because
short period of time.
my mother was lenient.
Wow.
I went from very strict and abusive to lenient.
And you stopped studying and skipping class.
And knowing that. And then in high school, I could go take a test and not come back and get all A's. And not come back, come take a test and get all A's.
Okay, but so your grades continue to be high after?
My grades on the report card were black flags,
Okay.
but my grades on the tests were all A's. So they couldn't keep me down. They had to keep passing me to the next grade
And why was that?
because I knew the work.
I
knew
see.
How you gonna keep someone down that gets A's on tests?
Right.
Didn't mean I didn't know the work. It's just I didn't like going to school because I don't know. I was an older soul. I didn't like being in school with the kids.
I see. So you rather hang out with older people.
Yeah.
Okay. Were that the kind of kids you were hanging out in the streets when you moved back home? Were they older?
Well-
Like you were 13 and they were how old?
Probably in their 20s.
Oh.
But then when I turned to my later teens, I
Uh-huh.
was around people in their 40s, 50s, working, making money.
Uh-huh.
I didn't have time for school.
So you got into
They
the...
were showing me how to hustle.
I understand. So you started working early.
Oh, yeah. I was
So
working
tell me how
12
that
years old.
happened. Tell me how that happened.
Just knowing people and being out in the streets.
You-
You learn a lot on the streets. In the streets.
I can imagine.
And then Gary, it's a lot of ways to hustle. You do what you have to do to survive.
So what kind of work did you get yourself into?
You know, doing yard work, or come over with this guy and do housework or build stuff, and you know.
So you started making your money.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I moved to New York at 17 because I got tired of being in Gary.
Wow. 17, you moved.
Yep.
And you were on your own.
Yeah, I was also in the Guard too, so I transferred from Gary's National Guard to New York National Guard.
Wow, that's
Wound up
very
in
young.
Germany.
Germany?
When I went regular Army, I went to Germany.
How long were you there?
2.5 years.
How did that affect your life?
Oh, I loved it.
You did?
I loved it. I've loved every minute of my life.
That's
no matter
awesome.
What I've been through.
Is that where you met your first wife?
I met my first wife in Gary.
Okay.
That was my next door neighbor.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome. How long were you guys married for?
Married 18 years.
Okay.
Together,
Much longer.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
It was on and off.
Okay, I understand that. That's okay. So now let's fast forward a little bit in your life because you've been through a lot at this point. And it's nice to hear that you actually survived because being in the streets in those days without a lot of people didn't know, people didn't have cameras. Things were a little more like loose. You didn't know. Your kid was running out. You didn't.
Me and my brother actually went to another foster home in Gary. Actually went to another foster home in Gary.
Okay. Is that before 13 or
That
after?
was after. I was around 14.
So what happened?
My mother had a friend that she would stay with.
Uh-huh. And that caused again?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How long were you there? For?
Actually, they separated us this time. So I was with my foster parents. Actually, the whole time, basically, till I was grown.
Okay, so from 17 when you left, you were there at the foster care.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
how?
I moved to New York, and
Right.
I would come back, and I always had my own room.
I have two questions for you. I want to know how the relationship with your mother became affected with this, going to foster care again. And I want to know what you think now about the foster care system, now that you had two experiences.
The second foster parents loved them. I loved them to death. They loved me too. They actually took kids in that were older, teenagers. A lot of people don't want to deal with teenagers,
True.
especially foster teenagers. They don't know what they're going to get.
Yep.
They were the parents that took foster kids in that were older, fed you, sent you to school, always had, they just loved kids.
That's wonderful.
They actually got murdered by one of their foster kids that they took in at 16. So
And
he was there for 3 months.
And this is after you left?
I went to Germany.
And that's when they were killed?
And I was there for, I think, a month.
Uh-huh.
And I had to come back to a double funeral.
Oh, my gosh. I'm so sorry. Wow.
It was in the papers and everything.
Of course.
They were put on death row. But
and they were minors, right?
17, 18
Yeah?
years old.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
So how do you see the foster care system based on your experience?
There's people out here that really love kids, and they bring kids in to help take care of them. Now, there's some foster parents that bring kids in for child labor.
Yeah.
And money.
Yeah.
And really don't care about the child themselves. I have both.
Right. That's what I'm curious to know your opinion about it. So what do you think is the problem? Is it how they are actually being selected and approved?
It's not how they're being selected, because the foster parents that I had at first, they lived in a nice neighborhood, and they were very nice with the county,
Uh-huh.
DCS or whatever. So they thought they were great. This was behind closed doors when they don't see.
Right.
You know?
What do you think would be the solution then?
That's hard to deal with, because unless the child tells somebody, nobody will know.
Yeah.
And if you have foster parents that are saying, if you say something, you're not going to see your mother
Right.
ever again in your life,
Right.
And that child's going to shut up
Yeah.
and not say anything because all kids want to see their mother.
I know.
They want to come back to their mother.
You know what I'm thinking, Darrell? I'm thinking about during the pandemic, I put cameras inside my house because my kids had to go to homeschool now.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking maybe every foster care parent should have cameras in the house. Not
Well,
in,
you're talking about a different time when I was
Yes,
young.
I
We didn't
know.
have cameras.
I know, but I'm thinking now today in the system, right? I don't know, but maybe that would be a solution for today because we can't change the past, of course, but maybe that would be, I don't know.
And you got to remember that also in the foster care community, a child is an adult at 17. The state kicks them out. They don't pay the foster parent anymore.
Oh.
So at 17, that child
It's on their own.
is on their own.
That's
Unless they have
crazy.
somebody to go live with.
You're right.
That foster parent says, you
Stay.
got a place here with me.
Oh my gosh.
So
That's,
um,
wow.
if I don't know, maybe I should try to help foster kids or something.
That is an incredible thing. I know that this is a beautiful arrangement, but I do also know about these difficult situations where you don't encounter the most compassionate foster care home. So you have the risk of finding that. So
And I think it's more difficult now because now you've got children with computer screens
mm-hmm,
and in the room.
mm-hmm, yeah,
The foster parent doesn't have to deal with them.
yeah. And then they are in the different world, maybe a dark world on their screen. You don't even know. You're right. It's very, very challenging for all
It's
parties.
different times now.
Yeah. Now, Darrell, moving on forward a little bit, you went through something very, very difficult. You were diagnosed with a disease that most of us are scared about. When we say that word, we're scared of saying it. Tell us about that experience.
You
How?
mean that CANCER?
Yes.
Cancer?
Yes. Tell us about how that was. How did you find out that you had it? How did you deal with it emotionally, specifically?
Well, at my job, we have a clinic. So we have our own doctors and nurses.
That's awesome.
And so as long as it's preventable medicine,
Uh-huh.
it's free. So
That's great.
they encourage you to take a physical every year. You don't
Mhm.
have to, but I was like, yeah, I'll take physicals.
Yeah.
I've been there 14 years now, but we just got the clinic about, I'd say 7, 8 years ago.
Mhm.
But it saved my life twice.
Wow. Look at that. Prevention. So
Yeah.
important.
Just going to the doctor for that yearly physical. But when I found out, I guess they took blood
Mm-hmm.
to find out the prostate cancer. I didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
But the first year that I found out about the prostate thing, I was at 0.4, which was great.
So the blood tells you that?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was at 0.4. That's good. Anything under 1,
Okay.
you're fine.
Uh-huh.
That was in 23. Yeah. 24. It was a 1. It was a 10. It went from a 0.4 in a year to a 10.
In 1 year?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that's when they sent me to a doctor, and we talked about
What
What do I
doctor?
wanna do?
Oncologist?
oncologist, what we're going to do if I want surgery to remove the prostate. And I'm like, no, I've been cut on enough. I don't want to go that way. So I went to several doctors.
More opinions.
More opinions.
That's excellent. That's very important.
Radiologist
Uh-huh.
and a doctor that does ultrasound.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new treatment, about 4 or 5 years old,
Okay.
and it uses ultrasound to kill the cancer cells in the prostate.
Interesting.
But mine was too far when I went to go see him. He showed me on the computer my prostate, and I had went to another doctor to get the serum,
Mm-hmm.
radioactive serum that
Okay.
they put in your veins.
Okay.
It's minute,
Uh-huh.
but it will show them wherever cancer is at inside your body.
Oh, I see.
So he showed me my prostate, and the whole prostate was full of cancer. But it wasn't outside.
So you
Right.
can see it outside. Yeah,
It wasn't
that's
outside,
why
it
only the
was-
blood test could tell you that.
Right.
You didn't have any pain or nothing?
No,
That's crazy.
no, I didn't even know that it was happening. But because it was in the whole prostate and not just sections,
Uh-huh.
because they give you a biopsy
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and they show you, there's like 15 quadrants.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was in every quadrant. So
Oh no.
he said, I could do the ultrasound
Uh-huh.
treatment, but it would do you no good because it wouldn't get rid of all the cancer. He said, you don't want to get cut on, so the best thing for you to do is to go to Dr. Price and let her do the radiography treatment. And that's what I did.
So you did
Radiation.
radiation.
Yes.
Okay.
But I didn't have to get the chemo.
That's
Because
good.
we caught it
So you were diagnosed in what stage?
like a stage 2.
Okay. That's incredible. That's incredible. So how long was the treatment for the radiation?
It was for 28 days,
Okay.
Monday through Friday.
What were the
for 15 minutes each
What-
morning.
right? What was the side effect for you?
One thing is made me weak
Mm-hmm.
because the cancer feeds on your testosterone. So they had to take all my testosterone
Your
away.
hormones. Oh, that's rough.
So that made me weak, but I was at work every day. I
Wow.
still went to work.
You still did.
Yeah. So I only missed 2 days of work
So how long now have you been cancer free?
since March of 24, but I have to go back every once a year now. Last time I checked, it was 0.4. So
Excellent.
still doing pretty good.
Congratulations. It seemed like it did work. Do you go back into getting hormone replacement at this point or no?
No. They give you a shot. They give you a shot that lasts for 3 months.
Okay.
That keeps your testosterone away, keeps it down,
Uh-huh.
and then you get a second shot after that. It lasts for another 3 months.
Uh-huh.
So that's 6 months total.
Okay, and then after that
And
it
after
stopped.
that, it has to come back naturally.
I see.
So from March to September, October, it took that long for me to get my testosterone back.
Did you feel the difference after it started coming back?
You can feel yourself getting stronger.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
But you also, just exercise,
Mm-hmm.
eating right.
Right. I know you've been doing a lot better with that. It's awesome. And that you did your own research. And I applaud people who do that because a lot of times you just go by what the doctor says. But not every doctor has the whole understanding of everything. They might be focused on something. So it's very important to do your own research too. So I applaud you for that. How are you feeling when you find out that you had that? How did you feel? How did that affect your life?
No, it didn't really affect me at all.
That's great.
It's just something you have to deal with. But you got to remember, I've been dealing with stuff since I was
There you go.
6 years old.
The resilience.
So if I can handle that, I can handle a little cancer.
So what would you say your mindset was then?
It was, you're human. You say, I'm going to get this taken care of. And I believe in God, number one. And he showed me what I had to do to take care of it.
That's awesome.
See, people say, oh, God will take care of it. Like he's going to
Miracle.
miraculously put his hand over your
Uh-huh.
head.
Uh-huh.
No, what he does is show you how to take care of it. If he sends a boat to rescue you in a flood and you say, no, go ahead.
I love that.
I'll be okay because God's going to take care of me. And then he sends you a helicopter to pick you up and you don't. No, go ahead. I'll be okay. It's your fault
Yeah,
if you don't make it
that's right.
because he sent you ways to handle it.
Exactly.
So I really didn't. I know I had good doctors. I had a good company that had good insurance. And as long as your mindset is right
Mm.
and you don't think you're going to die, I don't think you will.
Okay, that is a point that I love to talk about because a lot of people might have a strong mindset. Maybe they develop that throughout their life, but not everybody does. I just recently got to a mindset frame that made me stronger and resilient to unforeseen circumstances that come about like that are shocking. But before that, I would just die of anxiety, like extreme stress and anxiety.
That's
So
what
what?
takes you out.
Yeah. So tell us, what are the tips, if you have to tell our listeners now how to have the right mindset so your peace and your trust in the process is going to happen and you don't have to just feel all of that stress and anxiety and worry.
For one, um, you have to roll with the punches.
Uh-huh.
As long as you take care of what you need to take care of.
Uh-huh. Priorities, and that the doctors do with. Now, I mean, some doctors might not be right, but most of them are. Mm-hmm.
I had a job. I went to go do that every day.
Mm-hmm.
That kept me going.
Kept busy.
I kept busy. Even when I had the cancer, instead of going to 20 games for the year, because I'm a season ticket holder, I went to 10. And instead of parking over by the beach so I could walk 13 blocks to the ballpark because it was only $12, I paid $80 to park so I could walk a block and a half. But I still loved my ball games, and I still was going to go no matter what with the cancer. And then Ryan Sandberg, who was a Hall of Fame Cubs player, who just passed away from prostate cancer, he was diagnosed around the same time I was.
Wow.
I mentioned that on the podcast when I was with Andre. But he had, I think they caught it a little bit too late.
Mm-hmm.
He went into remission around the same time I did, but he came back, and he had to go through chemo, and unfortunately, it took him, but he was a big enough name to make people also go and get it checked.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is to be aware of it. Sometimes people want to avoid doing the test or want to avoid doing this, and then it's just it's not good. I lost family members due to prostate cancer.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So I know how maybe common, at least for me, it seems like a very common thing. And I think the awareness and important for us to continue to doing the prevention care. And then, of course, the next step is for you to take care of what you're digesting, right, what you're eating. And now you're in that phase of trying to help your body to keep healthy by choosing better what you consume.
Could I say something?
Please.
I think it's very important that, you can take care of yourself and you can do this and do that and read the books, but everybody needs to go get a physical every year so they can make sure that they're okay, because you don't know what's going to happen to you on a day-to-day basis. I went from a 0.4 to a 10.
That is crazy. Exactly. That's the point.
In a year.
We were just talking to somebody earlier, and this is I resonated because this is a nurse who went through a physical. She went through like a OBGYN, and it was very uncomfortable to the point that it hurt, that it traumatized her. Guess what she did? She avoided going it for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, nuts.
I did the same thing. I went through an exam that hurt so much that I avoided doing my exams for 4 years until I finally went back, and my doctor says, you can't do this, and especially because you have people in your family with cancer. Although my DNA test says I don't carry cancer in my DNA, it doesn't matter because I have cancer in my family. I cannot take that risk. Now, like you're saying, it doesn't matter really if your family members have cancer or not. We have to do every year the prevention test.
And on that point, on my side, my father's side of the family, almost every male has had prostate cancer.
Look at that.
Because the doctor asked me, says, what's your family history? And I said, I don't know. I had to go call my aunt.
Right. A lot of people don't know.
She said, oh, your great-grandfather, your grandfather, your father, your uncle, the other uncle, they all had prostate cancer.
Wow. A lot of people don't know. Some people are adopted. Some people had, they don't have contact with their family. So it doesn't matter really. You should do the test every year, at least.
Yes.
Darrell,
see a doctor and get your physical.
That's right. Get the physical. I totally agree. And it's going to point out to a lot of other things too. Get the physical. What would you like to leave our listeners to as we wrap up today?
Just keep living life. Don't worry about what's going to happen, because Shit happens. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But it does.
Yeah.
Just keep living
Yes.
and enjoying life and do what you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, do it the right way.
Right.
You want to go to ball games? Go to ball games.
Yeah.
You want to play a violin? Play a violin. You
Live
wanna learn piano?
authentically.
Do that.
I love that. Be authentic. Do what you love to do. Be yourself, and take care of yourself.
Yes,
Awesome.
definite.
Darrell, thank you so much for coming today to my show. I really appreciate it. I really enjoy learning about your story. And if you're watching the show right now, make sure you click like. You also subscribe so more people can see this and get to know how people can really truly love their life and find the best way of doing it. Make sure you're also getting your medical records checked every year. This show is produced by the I Am Beast Network and Andre the Beast Creighton. And our sponsors today is Forever Living, which is the best aloe vera juice in the world that changed my wellness, and Purium, which is the ultimate life transformation company with the best superfoods. This is Jessica Javens, and this is Jessica Javens Talk.
Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Females made you just to trick me, trick me, trick me, trick me. 'Cause baby girl, you are so easily pretty.